Hey friends! Today was a long day and I feel really beat up and emotionally exhausted and drained, and I'm just hoping that it doesn't come out poorly in this video. But there's been something that's been weighing on my mind and my heart all night long, and I really feel the need to just get this out there. Now by the time you watch this, it'll be tomorrow, and hopefully I'll be feeling better by then. But there has been a growing trend of Christians just fleeing social media, just walking away from it entirely. And I understand that because I feel that pull a lot, almost every single day. Especially being on YouTube, I want to quit almost every single day. But I'd really encourage you, if you're feeling that pull, if you're feeling the pull to just abandon social media, I'd really encourage you to reconsider. And here's why. Jesus Christ did not call us as Christians to be a lamp that is placed under a bowl. He called us to be a lamp that is placed on a stand for all to see. He says these words during the Sermon on the Mount: "You are the light of the world. A town built on a hill cannot be hidden. Neither do people light a lamp and put it under a bowl. Instead, they put it on its stand, and it gives light to everyone in the house. In the same way, let your light shine before others, that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven." And you know, social media gives us a reach that the early church fathers couldn't have even imagined. We are able to reach people across the globe. And just by doing this on YouTube, I've met people that live in countries that aren't the country that I live in, that live in states that aren't the state that I live in. And I'm always so encouraged when I see comments from people who I don't know, because I'm impacting people who I would never have been able to impact if it wasn't for social media. So I understand there's a lot of negativity on social media. There's a lot of bad on social media. But remember, you may be the only Bible somebody ever reads. And if you truly love your neighbor, if you truly love your friends and your family, we should be using every resource and every means possible to tell them the truth about the good news of Jesus Christ. So maybe instead of walking away, we should be intentional about how we use social media. Instead of just mindlessly scrolling day after day and letting it take up our time and eating away our time from our family and our children, maybe we should be intentional about our use. Maybe we should be disciplined about our use. Maybe we should only allow ourselves to look at it once or twice a day, or only look at it when we want to post something. One of the things that I try to do with YouTube is there's a creators app, and I can look at statistics and minutes watched and views and all this stuff. And I used to get really into it and upset over, how little views I would have on certain things that I put a lot of work into. And now I try only to look at it on the day that I post something to make sure that it did post correctly, and then when someone comments. So that way I don't obsess over the numbers. And I think sometimes with social media, especially things like Facebook or Instagram, it's easy to just click on when you're bored and scroll through, and then you get angry or discouraged or depressed. And that's not being intentional about our use. That's being mindless about our use. So I think as Christians, with all things, we're called to be disciplined, and we're supposed to be mindful about how we use the resources that are available to us. We're called to be good stewards of the things that we have access to, and social media is no different. We have access to it, and we need to be good stewards about how we use it. Now, if me being on social media has the capacity to affect one person in a positive way, if it manages to encourage one person in a positive way, or if by some random chance someone who doesn't believe stumbles across my videos or something I post on Facebook and comes to believe in Jesus Christ through that, it was well worth it. It was well worth the time, the effort, the energy, as well as all the negativity that goes along with social media. It was worth every single bit of it if it saves just one person. So, because we have the ability to reach so many people, I don't think we should walk away. I think we need to be intentional about our use. Plus, if you are someone who wants to walk away because social media is dark and bleak, I have some additional thoughts. The first thought is, a light shines brightest in a darkened room. A light in a light room isn't that bright, but a light in a dark room shines brightly. So we should be letting our good deeds and our love of others and our belief in Jesus Christ shine in the darkness that is social media. Let us be the light, and your light will shine brightly because the world is not acting that way on social media. The world is not kind, compassionate, or considerate on social media. So when you are different with your approach to social media, with how you post, with how you interact, with even how you engage in the tools at your disposal, people will take notice. And the second thought is, if every single Christian intentionally used social media effectively to share their faith with others, maybe we would flood things like social media and Instagram with Christianity. And then maybe, just maybe, social media wouldn't be so dark and bleak. So the last thing I want to throw out there, if you're still on the fence, is could you imagine what Christianity would be like if the early church fathers, or if Jesus Christ himself, only went to the locations that agreed with him, or only spoke with the people that agreed with them? Christianity wouldn't exist. These people went to where it was the darkest. They went to where people needed to hear the message of hope that is the gift of redemption with God through the death and resurrection of Jesus Christ. We should be doing that. And guys, again, I understand the pull. I want to quit almost every day. Every time I make a video and edit a video and upload a video, as soon as I hit that post button, I literally think to myself, that video is horrible and no one should watch it. And it's not going to help anybody. But at the end of the day, if even after I'm long gone from this world, one of my videos helps one person, everything will be worth it. Same with being on Facebook. If one post can help one person, encourage one person, or even potentially save somebody's soul and get them to salvation, everything is worth it. So Christians, I don't think we should be walking away. So if you need to walk away for mental health reasons, I get it, and I wouldn't judge you. However, if you are able to tolerate the negative aspects of social media, or if you're able to find a way to be intentional about how and when you use it, you may be able to be that light in a darkened world that people need to see. Because people are impacted by you. People are watching you. And people could be finding Christ because of you. All without you ever being aware. And maybe one day you'll get to heaven and you'll get to meet those people who you had an impact on without even knowing it. Who ended up getting to heaven because of something you posted, or because of something you said, or because of the lifestyle you live that's different than others online. When they see that, they're going to ask questions. The example I always use, I had a coworker once, several years ago, a couple of jobs ago, who asked me, why are you so happy in an environment that's so negative? And at that moment, I had the opportunity to share my faith with her, and I chose not to, because I wasn't a mature Christian at the time. But that was an opportunity that was missed. And every single day, we have that opportunity on social media, and your reach is far and wide. So I don't think we should walk away. I think we should be intentional about our use, and I think we should use it as a great resource to reach people with the gospel message, the good news of Jesus Christ. So I really do hope that this encourages you today, because people desperately need to hear this message of hope. They need to hear the gospel message. And I pray that all of us as Christians can be like Isaiah, who replies to the Lord by saying, Lord, here am I, send me. Guys, make that your prayer today, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.